Hi, it's Dr. David Stoker, board-certified plastic surgeon in Los Angeles. We have a very interesting one-week early post-operative result on our patient here that I'd love to share with you. She's 42 years old and she's been transitioning from male to female. And I'm ecstatic with the body transformation that we did recently. It's still only a part of her journey. We're going to follow that up when she returns from her home in Canada in a few months. But what I wanted to do is just ask her a little bit about her insights. She's put a lot of time and financial resources into her transformation, and she's extremely informed and educated about the process now. She's flown all over the world for various surgical treatments, and now she's been to Marina del Rey in our Los Angeles office. So if I might ask you, without showing your face, I'm just curious, first of all, how did you hear about our practice to begin with?
I was here for another surgery a couple of weeks ago, and I was actually referred by a surgeon. I'm a pretty difficult person, and I wanted to get the best possible experience and result if possible. And my facial surgeon recommended me to Dr. Stoker for the procedure, and so far it's just been an amazing experience from top to bottom. So.
That's what I'd like to hear. Now,
Yes.
just to clarify, so you had flown out here for one of the experts in facial feminization surgery.
Exactly.
And you asked that specialist who he recommended for your body transformation, and that's how you arrived at my office. Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. He knows my facial feminization surgeon knows I have pretty high standard, and I think he wanted to make sure that I would go somewhere where I would feel comfortable. Being from Canada and being actually alone here, I wanted to have a safe experience and get the most, the most amazing result possible, having high standard. And you recommended Dr. Stoker, and so far it's been an amazing experience. And the results are far beyond what I was expecting.
That sounds really good. Now, you've been all over the world for surgery, right? And always you have the desire and the financial resources to seek the very best.
Yes.
So, are you happy that your surgeon sent you to me for your body transformation?
I am extremely happy. One day post-op is when I got to see the actual result. And like I said, Dr. Stoker, my first reaction when I look in the mirror is that I started crying. It's a life transformation that I'm doing. Yeah. And to be able to actually get instant rewarding experience by the actual changes that my body has experienced is far beyond what I was expecting.
It was pretty thrilling for me. I walked in as you were, had been admiring your one-day post-op result, and just thinking about what you have gone through to get to this point. It's an incredible amount of effort and time and discomfort and anxiety, and what you probably suppressed for decades, and to finally look in the mirror and just say, see a beautiful female body, that's got to feel pretty good.
It feels amazing.
Okay, well, let's talk about the money a little bit, because all this surgery that you're doing, whether it's with the facial surgery that your other surgeon did on your feminization or the body, it's all very expensive, right? How do you feel about the value that you've got? Are you happy that you spent all this money for your surgery?
It's, depending where you're from some country, there's some insurance that pays for the procedures. In my case, I paid from my own money. And even though we're talking it's a financial investment, I don't think there's any other investment you can do in life that's going to bring you so much. Like I said, the reaction, I'm just excited for the future, but it's by far, I would pay it all over again. I cannot express myself. I feel like crying because whatever money I paid, it was actually, I didn't expect to get result like I got. So.
It's one of the really fun things about my job. I mean, it's not just you. Up and down the hallway already this morning, I've seen just really amazing transformations, and yours is particularly poignant, I'd say, because of the psychological component of it. But really, it is quite common for us to experience these dramatic transformations where it must feel so good for our patients, and it just feels great for you to express that to us verbally and share that. I think anybody watching this video is going to feel somewhat moved. Okay, so let's talk about flying out for surgery now. Was that you actually saw 2 different surgeons. You accomplished a whole lot while you were out here. Not everybody can do that, but a lot of our patients do. Almost every week, people are flying in for surgery. Did you think it was a hassle? Do we make it easy for you? How would you describe that to potential patients out there?
When you decide, when I first came down here, I had my first surgery, and I was not planning at first to get the second surgery. So I actually called your office, and you were able to accommodate me in order not to be standing in this region, the Los Angeles, Marina del Rey region, for the longest time possible, and you accommodated me, and I really appreciate that. But the whole concept, I've advised that I wanted to see my friends. I was getting excited about the results, and we did everything possible for me to be able to go back as soon as possible, and it's something I really appreciate. So yes, the whole experience has been from top to bottom, like from beginning to end, and just A1. I can't complain.
You know, without accommodating you, we do bend over backwards to do that, and this is a good example. You're an international traveler. You live in the far eastern part of Canada, so it's a long ways. You're already out here. Our schedule was full, but we just stayed late and made it happen to try and fit you in there. And that does happen a fair amount. I should apologize to my wife for missing dinner a good number of times. But it is very nice to be efficient about it, and just imagine how much better you're going to feel now flying home today, knowing you dealt with both your body and your face. So now, I know you have plenty of friends who have gone through similar things, both personally in your local community in Canada, but also, you know, probably in a worldwide network of socialization. And probably they've gone to all different surgeons. Some of them have had better great experiences, maybe not so great. How do you think your experience has compared to what they have done so far?
As I said, it's beyond what I was expecting. You know, when you go for procedures like that, you put your changes, your life, your money into the hands of a surgeon. And even though you can see before and after pictures, you're never really sure what the results are going to be. In my case, I cannot describe the feeling that I got. I cannot describe the feeling when I look at myself and I see my curves and I see already the change just 1 week post-op. Compare, I don't want to put names out there, but compared to other results I've seen, I think mine are far beyond in quality and I guess the curvy, the result, the breast. I love my breasts. I think they're going to be amazing. So I'm just looking forward for the next couple months to get in a better shape, take care of myself, start my life.
Yeah.
Because you gave me a chance to properly fulfill myself and look forward to be my new person.
I think, you know, collaborating with me as my partner is something that I really emphasize for so many of my patients that come in maybe not at their ideal weight, maybe they're not doing the right making the right lifestyle decisions, but I think because of their investment of time and money and then their inspiration over the results they've got frequently, I'm able to have a positive effect. And of course, we all win in that case. Patients, if they contribute to their success, they come in proud of themselves, feeling good, and of course the results look better as well. And I'm confident that's going to be your case as well. Now let's talk about a couple other things that I think are interesting. Now you flew out here alone, right?
I did.
Did you feel like you had adequate support and help and supervision? You know, there are a lot of logistics involved, there's aftercare involved. Was that pretty smooth? Did you feel good about that as a single person coming out here solo from another country?
It was actually a great experience. As I said, when I decided to go forward with an actual body transformation surgery, I called your office. You accommodated me in terms of dates. But the whole team, you know, I think I saw like 4 or 5 different person that took care of me, that made me sure to feel that I was not alone, that I was going to be an actual, I guess, I felt almost like a little member of the family for the short time I was here. After my surgery, I was sent to an aftercare that took care of me, that actually made me comfortable for the first 24 hours to feel that I would be in a safe environment. And from then, every time I had some questions, I did contact you and you responded right away. So the whole experience, I would say, if for anyone who thinks of coming or going for surgery alone, make sure to find someone that offers the type of service I receive here, and it's going to be, it's going to make your whole experience easier, and I think it's going to impact your result because you're going to feel better in your body and calmer and less stressed.
Well, that makes me feel good because we do have a big team of people. They're expensive, they're great employees, and they're worth it because we have patients who every week for 2 or 3 people, it's probably the most important day of their life. It's a lot of time. It's an enormous potential improvement for them. It's a lot of money, and we want that to go as smoothly as possible. And nobody's perfect. No practice is perfect, but we try very hard to do the best we can. And I'm glad you've had a positive experience. I guess, okay, I've got one last question for you before you return to Eastern Canada. How have you felt about the weather here, and very specifically the view outside our office in Marina del Rey, Los Angeles?
It's a funny question. I'm not sure, does it rain here?
Not while you're staying, I guess.
Exactly. Temperature is amazing. The whole place, I mean, it's Los Angeles area. So you feel comfortable, you feel great, you're in a great place, everywhere looks amazing. But when you get to the office, you're going to the higher floor of the building. And then while I was waiting in a room, I was looking at, I don't remember seeing so many boats of the marina. It's an impressive view. I think it's a great location. Again, makes you kind of see that the investments that were put in place, whether it's the quality of the team or just the location of the various place you're going to go, the aftercare or where the surgery take place, shows an attention to details that makes you feel comfortable about your whole experience.
I feel like it's an inspirational view for the inspirational work that we're about to accomplish for most patients. And
that's a great analogy.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. We're all thrilled for you. We do feel like you're a member of our family now. It's hard with the international patients to say goodbye to them because we don't get to see them as much, but I'm sure we'll be in touch through Zoom and FaceTime. Well, this is Dr. David Stoker, board-certified plastic surgeon in Los Angeles, with a very fun early follow-up on a transformation on a patient transitioning from male to female at age 42 years old. If you're interested in this type of surgery, you've got to check out our website, drstoker.com. We've got over 10,000 beautiful before and after pictures on there for you to review. We're also active on social media, on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And you've got to check out our YouTube channel where we have over 600 videos so far. Make sure you send us your contact information with your email or your cell phone, or just email us directly at info@drstoker.com. This is Dr. David Stoker, board-certified plastic surgeon in Los Angeles.
Can I